What's up, Scorpio? It's Elle. I hope everybody is doing well. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to be notified every time I do post a new video. Like, comment, share. Show your love and support. As always, please keep it positive. If you would like a personal reading, I have opened up my personals again. That information is going to be in the description box below. My Venmo and Cash App information, as well as my email address. Please make a payment and then send your questions for the reading. If you would like to, again, my email address is in the description box below. Sorry. Somebody needs to clear out some sort of a negative situation, negative energy. Smoky quartz is great for that. So you could be experiencing something in your life where you might want to hang on to that. I like crystals. I love crystals. I don't just like crystals. So, you know, they are a tool that I use. For some of you, you could be interested in that. They're here on my table because I use them myself. So, but I don't try to shove that down anybody's throat. Whatever you believe in is what you believe in. It's just hanging out with me here. But for some of you, that could be a message. There's some sort of a need to, in regards to negative energy, either clear some out or release it. Or again, you could be, facing some energy projections or a situation where there is a level of negative energy that you're dealing with at this time in your life as well, for some of you, not for all of you. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please help me provide Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising with any messages you would like for them to receive. Also protect us with your white light of protection through the tarot. Archangel Michael, please block any negative energy being sent our way. Send it back into the universe, into nothingness. Amen, amen. Or send it back with consciousness, awareness. What messages do we have today for Scorpio? We're going to pull some oracle, then we're going to pull some tarot. We're just going to get right into it. Scorpio, I feel like for some of you, there has been, or somebody's wanted you to feel the need to, so even, there's something in regards to playing the tape back. It's like somebody could have even been using some sort of a platform. Now, if you have some sort of like a platform, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, like I feel like somebody could have had some sort of, I don't know, again, somebody tried to attack you on your platform or has tried to do or use that as some sort of a, you know, just to be manipulative in some way, shape, or form, whether it's following what, there's something being recognized in some sort of a situation where there's somebody who's obviously behaving in a manner that other people see. That's not going to be for everyone. For some of you, you've been working hard though in your life. So maybe for some of you, if you have some sort of a situation where you've built a platform or you've built something for yourself, maybe you've dealt with some sort of a weird outside energy that's made things uncomfortable for you because there's a situation here where somebody has been dealing with outside forces in a situation where you could be achieving a level of success or working hard to achieve a level of success in your life. And you've been you've had some obstacles, okay? I do feel like there's going to be an increase with material wealth and spiritual growth, though. For whoever I'm speaking to, even if this is just some sort of, even if like it's stress in a relationship or family dynamic or something here, like whatever hard work you've been putting in, I just feel like it's either jealous energy, it could be, you know, whether you had, for some of you, and I've experienced this in my own personal life too. If you decided to take something upon yourself, like I started my channel during COVID because I was bored as F, and I also was just going through my own spiritual awakening at that time and wanted to have a voice, wanted to be heard, wanted to share my gift, a lot of different things, right? And so, you know, you could have been putting time and energy, or you've been putting time and energy into some sort of a situation here where there's something that's paying off for you or will be. And because of this, whatever it is, it just feels like, again, you could just be dealing with somebody that doesn't like that people see you, and that's okay. That's life. That's if you have some sort of platform, that's to be expected. You could be dealing with a situation that somebody's made it extra stressful for you in some sense, where in that case, for some of you, there could be some sort of decision where you're making like a decision to, you know, if it takes some sort of legal action in regards to, you know, preventing some sort of harassment like that. I could read that there too, because there is hard work here with achievement and success, right? And so the things that we work hard for in life, those are the things that we should be allowed to have success with, right? Not allowed, that's what we're supposed to be doing, right, in life. And so, for some of you, there could be challenges where you've been met with certain challenges in your life where you're just pushing forward, right? And yes, it's been hard or stressful, but there is, I feel like light at the end of the tunnel. Now, if this isn't a public platform, it could just be publicly, right? You could be doing something where people see you more, or there's this energy of being seen in some way, shape, or form that, again, not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody has to. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're definitely, or speaking about here in this situation, you're definitely making moves or growing in a way that you could have even outgrown people, places, and things. And sometimes that sends out a shockwave, a ripple effect, some kind of a wave, right? That a lot of times people don't feel great about, because it makes them also look at themselves, right? It makes them, okay, why have I not gotten there? And then when this happens, Scorpio, I feel like whoever I'm speaking to with this message, you're going to see just who is actually not trying to move forward in that direction. Because if somebody is trying to move forward in a positive direction or a manner that is about spiritual growth, the last thing that they're going to be doing is lashing out and seeking vengeance and doing all the things, right, that aren't necessarily like what high vibrationals like to engage in or be around, right? Or individuals, right? So for some of you, if you're watching my channel, we're trying to elevate, we're trying to grow, or not elevate, we're trying to grow, right? Because I feel like a lot of these cliche words that have been used to, some of it I feel like is a little brainwashy, right? In regards to, it's what's in the world right now been going on. It's like leading people to believe this some spiritual amazing thing, right? That I just feel like there's a lot of like, I feel like spirituality has also been such a tool to like either use as a weapon or to profit, right? And so, when really genuinely a spiritual awakening really in doing the shadow work has nothing to do with any of that, right? So it has to do with, how to, it's about like, for me, or it has been about facing those things in life that have been, setbacks and throughout even things that I faced in my own life, and understanding, okay, well, even though this might suck and there are circumstances here, and in my own personal life, I've dealt with like, some insane stuff that just like, are we really serious right now, God, right? Do you not see that I'm moving forward in this path, or I'm moving forward in a path that is trying to better my life and other people around me, right? So in that sense, I do feel like there's like staying on that side of the street, there's going to be this, again, karmic justice in that sense, right? There's always universal law at play too. So even if somebody's trying to get you in this energy, that crabs in a barrel mentality, or stay stuck, or let them stay stuck, because that's where they're going to stay, right? So I feel like there's something bigger and better for you to possibly understand. There's been obstacles. Yeah, absolutely. For somebody here in a situation, you have been in a situation where there have been obstacles. And some of you, they've been placed in your life by other people intentionally. And it could have been trying to keep a man, trying to keep an image, trying to keep this, trying to keep that. And what you're being shown is the hard work that you're putting in or towards something in your life is going to pay off. And it doesn't even fucking matter, excuse my language, what all that other stuff was or other ish was, right? So for some of you in that karmic apocalypse chapter, okay? So what other messages do we have coming out for Scorpio today? If you'd like to donate to the channel, that information is going to be in the description box below. How to make a payment, how to reach me. I do accept Venmo and Cash App. Also, I have a GoFundMe link. If you guys watch me, we moved in, and you already know, we moved into a property where we were trying to obviously make this move a more permanent move, and it's turning out not to be, no fault of our own. We moved into a property that they knew was being foreclosed on. So now we are being uprooted once again, and I have made the choice prior to even finding that out to start my education again. So I've started school because I've been struggling this past year so hard with the situation with me and my daughter financially, with the setbacks that I experienced with my divorce and ECT. So time out on the read. I'm sorry. You guys know that information. My GoFundMe link is in the description box below. We've had one hell of a time. We are trying to get a place where we can, or come up enough money to get us somewhere where we can have at least, money to move 3 months, 6 months ish paid, where we have a chance to actually build again, because we've just been dealing with situations back to back to back that have been very hard to come back from. And we just are also, you know, I'm sharing my gift to help us also, you know, receive any love and support in that way too. If you'd like to show us any love and support, that's how you can. And we are so grateful to anybody that has. This has not been an easy challenge or chapter of my life. It's been very scary, and it still is very scary. But we're just trying to make it through. So my health is the biggest scare right now of it all. You know, it's been very stressful, and it's been very hard to even maintain proper care of myself the way that I need to, being a recent cancer survivor. So if you would like to donate, that information is in the description box below. We're going to keep going. I don't have any personal readings in the queue either if you would like one. They will come out fast. This is my full-time gig now. We are making this work because mama don't have a choice, okay? Peace and harmony. I do have a family, and this is what I'm trying to provide. Some of you could also be moving towards like, okay, there's a peaceful energy. Look, I'm listening to the wind chimes. I love wind chimes. I currently don't have a place where I can hang one, so I listen to them, right? So I do legit have it hanging in my front door, by the door, on the keychain, you know, and sometimes I just hit it just cause, right? So for some of you, it does work. You know, if you don't, I mean, I love the way they sound, but I also notice, you know, smart people sometimes like to have them around their house for certain reasons. It is to keep your house in a more peaceful vibration, right? So for some of you, that could be something that you're also interested in. But this is also saying to me that there's also a change in the wind, right? There's something happening in your life where you're going to be experiencing some sort of a change. And it does have to do with a change in the wind. It does have to do with some sort of peace coming into your life where it's been a little stressful. You've had obstacles to overcome. The hard work hasn't scared you yet. And I think because of that, there's definitely a time where there's going to be peace and harmony, okay? For some of you, there's a situation where there are going to be problems resolved here, where there, yeah, and for some of you, it's romantic. So if things have been stressful in regards to a romantic situation, there is going to be a lighter energy or a more carefree time, a more loving time. I feel like for some of you, it's even like a free to love, right? I got out and went for a power walk this morning. That shit felt so good, right? And so for some of you, you could be moving towards situations that just set your soul on fire in that energy, right? You know, being able to be free, being able to be, you know, true to you in certain situations, even like working through situations and making it to the other side. If it was stressful, if it was hard, there's a sense of, look, this might have been hard, but it was worth it, right? So for some of you, there's definitely some sort of a situation where something's being resolved. Also, side note, I'm getting the energy too, where it's like somebody is also being called out in a certain energy. Somebody could have tried to get one over on you, and you could have played stupid, or you could have, you know, you allowed somebody in a situation. I think whoever I'm speaking to in this regard too, there's a masculine energy of importance here. You allowed someone to kind of let them, yeah, here we are. This person doesn't have to have, it could just be a masculine energy. I was talking about a masculine. Dealings with a relationship with a man with dark hair or dark complexion. This person could have dark hair. This person could have a darker complexion. Doesn't have to, it's just what the card says. There could be a situation here in regards to a romantic situation. Yeah, you're being guided and protected from harm. You could have been dealing with a situation where somebody also, I feel like there were eyes on a situation here. Somebody could have been watching somebody act in a certain way. Yeah, somebody was holding or had, I thought they had some sort of a position of authority, or there's something being acknowledged here about somebody that was acting like they had a position of authority. And this is a distant friend. Okay, so there's a distant friend. Side note, there's a masculine here showing up. Now, this person could have a lot of love for you, and it could just be a friendship love. Okay, there is something here, a problem being resolved, a friend. This is somebody that does have some level of authority. So that's not going to be for everyone, but there is somebody here who is thinking about you and also has a level of authority in some way, shape, or form that's coming through, that's resolving a problem for someone. Interesting. Yeah, this person has some sort of level up, leg up, influence over a situation. Whoever I'm speaking to as well. Dominance. Yeah, this person is not somebody to fuck with. We've got, excuse my language, mess with. Somebody who holds a position of authority, who is nobody to mess with. What is this message? Okay, so if somebody wanted you isolated here, there's something here in regards to an abundant energy or more abundant flow of energy or energy here coming through. I think whoever this is has seen whatever this is, or there's an acknowledgement of here, whatever that might be. Yeah, take care, because there's been, okay, so somebody could even know who these people are, have some sort of connection with that. Yeah, there was an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So in a situation, could have been dealing with a fair-skinned masculine with blonde, gray, or white hair. Tell me more. Something about the month of January is here. And then friends with someone of the same sex. There's also two men here. Spilling the tea with each other. Tell me more. Oh. I was just going to say it. There's two men. It's not funny. But I don't, you know what I mean? It's free. People are free to do what they want to do. But I feel like this is somebody that could have acted like they wanted some sort of a connection with you here. And that was illusion confirmation. For some of you, there's a situation. Somebody's seen something go down here where somebody was also playing some sort of a situation or trying to manipulate a situation and pretend like there was an interest for you, but there was not. There was an interest for another masculine here in a situation. That's not going to be for everyone. There could be somebody, because it says they were stepping into a new experience together, and then curiosity. So I feel like they could just be trying it out, playing the field, and they liked it, or that's what's going on. And somebody could even be coming towards you and letting you know. Yeah, there's a snake vibe. So for some of you, if someone specifically was dealing with a situation, there could be somebody on the sidelines letting you know, hey, I got the tea here. Okay. And then there's something unfolding, confirmation. Yeah, somebody wanted somebody trapped in a web. All right, and it had to do with a personal relationship or relationships. Okay, so some of you, there's definitely some sort of choice to make, and make that with, yeah, because there's an offer coming through with care. You're being guided here spiritually by your guides in a situation, all right? So they're going to be giving you signs. There's some sort of influence here. You also hold yourself and carry. So I feel like whatever this is, you're going to be getting the signs here in that regard, and some kind of a new opportunity. Somebody wants to apologize and they want forgiveness as well. What other message? I realize I made a mistake. So that's coming out. And somebody's also willing to wait out, like whatever it takes to wait for you. Interesting. So you could feel really stressed out about something too. Side note, for some of you romantically in a situation, there could be somebody here who is choosing you. That's the Emperor, and they're saying, I'll wait. So you could be dealing with a situation here and somebody knows it. There's the Five of Cups. There's the Five of Cups. Somebody wishes they didn't interfere with some sort of a cycle, because it's happening anyway. And I feel like with whatever cycle that was interfered with here in a situation, you do have a leg up here in some regard to a blessing here with money. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and Temperance energy. So a divine blessing and being able to get away from something. So there's something here where it's like, if there was something going on here, somebody wanted you tied into something or stuck in something, if somebody's helping you out of that situation, it does look like whoever this is has some sort of interest in keeping you caught up in drama. There's the Five of Wands, and it had to do with it was like they wanted something for themselves, and somebody wanted somebody to project some sort of energy towards you here, so they could stand in this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is supposed to be yours. Whoever that's for. I don't know why that's there, but it is. And then, yeah, Judgment. Whoever, that's karma. When this comes out like that, so you're being asked to, whoever this is helping you step away from whatever this is. I feel like, yeah, have patience, be quiet. You have new cycles. There's something important about your influence here, that somebody was a hater and somebody took a loss with the Five of Pentacles. Or that's the energy they want to be in. Yeah, that's the message. Ooh. King of Swords energy. That's about being strategic, Scorpio. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Yeah. The Lover's card, especially in romance. For some of you, lesson learned here. It's like somebody knows that every time they start talking about anything in their life, there's some weird sideways energy coming from all kinds of directions. Some of you have figured out where it's coming from, or somebody's helping you in this energy. That's what that looks like. And there's a romantic situation. It looks like you're moving forward and you're being quiet about it. This is mutual with the Lovers there as well. All right, let's do any more messages for Scorpio. There's something significant. I just picked the, let's see. Hold on. What is this message I'm getting? Especially for like my single parents here, male or female. Yeah, that's about children. There's a water sign feminine here. There's some sort of stress here also. Could be a baby mother. There's this message. There's a fire sign energy. There's also somebody here in a situation that's also, I don't know, it's like a third party to two. I don't know what's going on. I mean, no shade. There's two men here, and there's also a woman that's in whatever in that mix. So it could just be a whole relationship with three people. If it's not that, there's a third person that doesn't know about the other. I don't know what that has anything to do with you, though. Okay, so the negative energy here in a situation here is somebody's mad at you. I mean, see, this is where when you should just be real with who you're with, just because there's all this extra energy going on and people getting mad, and it's because there's truths that aren't being told. So there is some sort of a situation here where it could even be somebody's feeling inspired to tell you the truth in a situation because they see how somebody else's behavior is affecting you. And that's not for everyone. And it could even be involving this other individual, and it could be because of this other person's energy as well. Pisces energy, and then the Four of Wands. Also, there's somebody here that likes to put themselves in situations like that, or like dramatic, crazy, just toxic energy. There's been some sort of influence in a situation, and you're being guided towards whatever this is to be. I feel like it's about being, look, some of you, there's people that have a connection with you spiritually. Okay, soul vibes, soulmate vibes, and this is mutual. You'll have a love and respect for each other. Others of you, there's a romantic situation, soulmate here. With the Four of Wands, it could even be a twin flame. You know, kind of dealing with a situation where if there's been a lot of toxic energy connected to something, being able to break free, you're going to have to be strategic about it. For some reason, it looks like, you know, 'cause it's giving me the vibe of there's been a lot of situations, people, places, and things, you know, people engaging in different lifestyles, right? So you got people that here that like to engage in whatever, whether it's sleeping with multiple partners together, things like that, or having open relationships. There's a lot of energy here where it's like, boom, 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 I'm mad, but we're going to shoot it this way, or we're going to shoot it this way, or we're going to all go. Somebody's got some sort of an entity attachment too that could even be being passed around in some, you're either being shown this or acknowledged this, or there's some sort of proof of this, and somebody coming through here in a situation where there's, it kind of feels like somebody it's letting you know something here in a situation. I don't know how that makes sense, but it will to you. There's something here that, again, something here in the situation is also very, you're a firecracker too. It's like you don't put up with nonsense. Shocker, you're a Scorpio, right? Like the last person you should be trying to test, trigger, try is somebody with strong Scorpio placements, because it just, I mean, the stinger is there. It is, and it's just a real thing. And so it's just like, a Scorpio will not, usually a high vibrational Scorpio isn't going to sting you unless you are asking for it. And I feel like for some of you, here's the firecracker here. It's like, you know when to use your stinger, and you will use it if you have to. And I feel like there is some sort of like, with this power here, with this, you understand when to say something and when to not. And sometimes when you get silent, if somebody's trying to silence you, you're like, okay, we'll be silent here. But understand when the Scorpio gets quiet, that's an energy you might not want to be in because you don't know what's coming, right? So I feel like for some of you, yeah, somebody was really stubborn. They didn't want to back down or wanted you to back down in a situation, but you're going to, it says show strength. Somebody could be a Taurus, strength and solitude or fortitude. There is an exciting chapter in your life with the Four of Wands here. Again, new opportunities. Again, some of you are stepping away from some type of a situation where, you know, there could have been opportunities being blocked from you just energetically. Again, if there was a community or you were around people that were everybody's sleeping together, everybody's whatever together, whatever, we're sharing life, love, it all, right? Aspirations, dreams, whatever this is, right? There could be this energy of just that residual extra energy of, you know, there was something that somebody's helped you. If you weren't aware something was going on, well, now you are, right? There for some of you, and there's an understanding, look, I have a choice. There's the message. And for some of you, there was a message of, look, this isn't what I want at all, right? And so there's been some sort of level up here in regards to, I feel like there's an energy, somebody wanted to influence your energy or somebody wanted to like hang on to your energy, and that's understood. I feel like for some of you, you were like, thank you for letting me know, yeah, unsuccessful plans, that my energy was that powerful. Boom. That maybe that's making you excited. Yeah. The frying pan, it's like you're understanding here. If you look back here, everything is like unsuccessful plans, troubles, accusations. Like it's all negative, right? Like I don't even want to look in your direction. It's so negative. I feel like that's what you're looking at a situation, or how you're looking at a situation, people, places, and things. Family matters. For some of you, this is a family situation that had all that going on. Woo! Okay. Please tell me the family wasn't sleeping together. Oh my God. Plenty of material things. Yeah. This is all about money, material. There was a lot of stuff going on over here. People fighting over things like that. What other messages we have coming out? February. The month of February could be significant as well. Something about February. Aquarius energy. And then disappointment and a lover or friend with the flute. Somebody could play the flute. All right, so I was going to try to make a flute noise. Can't do it. I was going to try. That does not sound like a flute. You've got money, though. Look. So I feel like there's something here. You're just being guided to really, I feel like, not talk about whatever it is that you're doing because of this extra weird stuff going on. And it is what it is. Sometimes when you're stepping more into this energy, Scorpio, or towards it, and that's what you're planning on doing here, it looks like, stepping out of whatever this cycle was, because that's a change. There's definitely going to be a fire under your, you know what, that is exciting. I feel like because you're just understanding something, you're seeing something for what it is, and there's a release of it. Whatever the disappointment was here, I feel whatever you figured out was less disappointing, even though it was weirder. There was almost a level of, oh, that's what things are, or this is how the situation is, or that's what really is going on here. Okay. Right? So there's this understanding of, for some of you, like, it's even more weird or screwed up than you thought before, but it's less heartache. There's less heartache connected to it for some of you because of how weird it is, and that's not for everyone. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals with the barrel. Yeah, for some of you, it's like, okay, I'm assessing the situation, and it feels like we need to change it. It might not feel, yeah, something about August has been significant. Leo energy or Leo season may have helped you recognize something. There's something about karma being significant here. You will reap what you have sown. So with a haystack, no, right? Like when you're out here doing crazy, you're going to get crazy. And I feel like for some of you, you could even be watching some level of karma play out in regards to people, places, and things where there was some kind of crazy situation going on here. But you also have great happiness, which is Spirit saying, look, things might be tough, or it might have been tough, but there's also great happiness and things to be excited about coming or stepping into this new energy as well. So I love this, Scorpio. I'm going to end it there. Let's do actually one more message in regards to romance. What other messages do we have coming out for Scorpio? What other messages do we have coming out for Scorpio? Yeah, your spirit guides are really trying to get you to like just leave that over there. Okay, I sabotaged our connection. I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. Somebody has you on their mind, Scorpio. They sabotage the connection. I cannot even talk. So maybe they're feeling that way. You're always on my mind. They sabotage it because you were too intense. Shocker. A Scorpio's intense? Okay. Of course we are. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. And I feel like on the flip side, somebody else now has some emotions that are rather intense. Maybe they're feeling a little bit like a Scorpio. I don't know. I want to apologize and I need your forgiveness. So not only does somebody want to apologize, they absolutely do need your forgiveness. Somebody is really sitting in an emotional rut here in regards to just even energy, possibly karmically, they've created. This isn't going to be for everyone. So some of you could be experiencing some sort of a situation where somebody's had a setback because there needs to be some sort of an apology. If it's not that, there's this energy, Scorpio. I do feel like you understanding you're going to get a setback if you go in another, and if you keep even, it's just, it's like, don't give that any power anymore. There's something over here where the only weight it holds is that power you're giving it. Yeah, somebody's very territorial. You're observing this, and I feel like other people are too, right? And so I feel like that's what it is. Because look at the big, it's like somebody's observing here. There's something bigger. There's always something bigger and better. You have to remember that in regards to karmic energy, universal law, doing what's right, sacred space. There's something about home life also. There's something here that's going to be working out in your favor as well. And that is, that's also about like children, right? Protection, being able to, again, being guided, things working in your favor, things working out for you, understanding that that sacred space that we also have, like, again, within ourselves that we hold in regards to moving sometimes, that is sacred energy too. So sometimes we don't need to let everybody know, right? Especially when our moves are going to be used against us in regards to even trying to move and do better, right? Be better, do better, whatever it might be. Some of you are having to get away from situations where clearly that wasn't the intention for you. So it's just an understanding or observation of, this is a sacred space and energy that I value, and right, I'm going to move accordingly. So I love that message for you. It does look like, look, there's protection from ancestors, angels, good vibes. Some of you are still sad about an ex you're distant with, because I felt like the love wasn't there or done yet. One more message. This person's still up to no good though. So don't think about, tricky energy just came out. All right, I love you guys. Until next time, lots of love and light. Bye.